So here's the attachment. Sorry, but my video cut off before because of the camera, because of the battery. But, you know, this is why I say authenticity is so important, all right? You know, don't worship any YouTuber. You could do this yourself. You know what I mean? That's very important. You know, I can come in here and talk how I want. Do I talk too aggressive for you? Do I curse too much, let's say? You know what I mean? But that's your perception. You know what I mean? What about the information I'm giving you? There's a lot of people who talk very soft and, you know, they talk so humble and this and that. See, I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign, so I tend to talk like this. Even my girl sometimes, she misunderstands me and starts to say, oh, why are you talking to me like that? You know, we don't argue like that. But I'm like, babe, that's how I talk. You know what I mean? And she understands me now, but this was in the beginning. You know what I mean? And this is why we got to get to have an understanding of each other. You get to understand yourself too by spending time with yourself. Okay? Now, here's the thing. If you make a YouTube channel, all right, you have the power to shift the frequency in the direction you want it to go in. But when you empower everybody else to do the same thing, everybody's going to start to do that. You're going to see less and less people go into that frequency and mode of trying to debate each other, and they'll try to build. All right? See, I'm going to start to talk about the pros now. Because when I started to gain information and gain all this knowledge, I wanted to talk to people. I started to talk to people, but I started to talk to like one person at a time. You know what I mean? And that person didn't understand. All right? And if that person didn't understand what I was saying, that information was out in the air. It didn't, see, it's like me, I put out information, but I didn't get anything back out of it. Because even, let's say, if that person digested the information that I gave, okay, then what ends up happening now is that even that gratitude that I get back from that person, because I lit that light bulb, boom, you know what I mean? That's energy that I received back. That's the law of reciprocity, even though I didn't get any monetary gain back. Because this is the thing. Let's say back in the day, there was no language, all right? There was no language. There was no money, right? How did energy get exchanged besides sex? You know what I mean? Telepathy, all right? It was information that was just given and received. You telepathically did that. You didn't do it through voice. See, we're so limited. Language is so limited, okay, that it's hard to express in words sometimes something so incredibly great. That's why when you see people who have psychedelic experience, it's hard for them to put it into words because they can't express it. See, language is so limited that you don't have enough words, okay? There's only 9 numbers with a 0 in the numerical system, okay? And we start to combine the numbers to make the numbers bigger and bigger. See, with language, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Look at the meta nature, over 2,000 symbols and ideograms. Okay. Now it's hard to express through language sometimes. You know what I mean? And here's another reason why the channel is good to open, because if you do have something to say, okay, you're not doing it like you're because the thing is, some people confuse the spirituality thing with religion. You're not throwing this on anybody. What you could do is, instead of just talking to one person, this is an open channel. I have many channels open now, because if I talk to one person, I'm only one channel open to that person, and that one person is not guaranteed to give me anything back. You know what I mean? And I'm not asking for money, but some type of energetic exchange through gratitude. Do they really, really thank you if they didn't really understand the message? No. Because if they don't understand it, that means it doesn't matter to them. You get what I'm saying? So for something to make sense, it has to matter. Look at the word matter. See, the thought, okay, is the frequency. It vibrates and then it becomes matter. But if you don't understand something, it's not going to matter to you. Your brain automatically discards it. Okay? So this is why it's important. This channel the channels open infinitely to anybody who's in the same frequency. And if you're meant to see this video, you're going to see this video. You're going to see this video. And that's why I think this is so powerful. You know what I mean? But are you opening up channels of toxicity, or are you opening up channels of empowerment? See, I'm doing it to empower people because that's what my desire is to do. You know what I mean? And I feel good about it. See, you do what feels good, what feels right. See, back then I was selling supplements and it felt right, but I was ignorant. I didn't know that I was actually not doing something good. So how do you know that even the people in power now doing this horrible shit to us, how do you know that they just don't know any better? Maybe they should listen to this video and maybe it will change the frequency. This is how you empower people. It's teaching them right knowledge. See, us judging the people in power, all it's doing is creating more of a separation. You unite by empowering people because it's going to empower you back. So I'm not going to judge the people in power. They just probably don't know any better. Even though they got all this knowledge about advanced technology and all that we have no fucking clue about, it's because they're really, really, really into their left brain, analytical thinking, you know, scientific thinking. But we are more into imbalance of being right or left brain. That's why when you use your pineal gland, you focus those two muscles together and make them work together. They're probably just too left brain. Maybe we should feed them a little bit of the right brain information, and maybe we're going to start to change that shift. They probably don't know any better. See, I didn't know any better when I was selling supplements. I didn't. I thought pre-workouts and all this excessive protein and eating 6 times a day and eating an excessive amount of meat 6 times a day was good for people. But that's because I didn't know any better. And I felt good. And here's the thing, I felt good about what I was doing because I thought it was good. But then what happens? See, I started doing Google research, and Google will only answer you according to the question you ask. They'll only answer your questions correctly if your question is asked correctly. If you ask the wrong question, they're going to answer you according to how you ask the question. So sometimes you got to go really deep, and this is where the inner knowing comes in, because when you start meditating, you start connecting dots. When you start watching videos, see, the thing is to not believe everything you hear. It's only to extract the information you hear, and it starts to connect dots for you. Okay? Now, you know, I already gave you the example of the money for self-sustainment, and you know, and the beauty part is that when you do this, you don't impose on anybody's free will. You don't impose on nobody's free will. Okay? Whoever wants to listen to this information will listen to it. Whoever doesn't, then, you know, they need to upgrade themselves. And there's levels to this consciousness and knowledge. I'll tell you that right now. That's why you have to start very, very small and basic. Okay? Knowing thyself is important. Start learning about the chakra systems. Start learning about your anatomy. And then start learning about spirituality and all these deep topics. But try not to get too involved into the conspiracy theories and, you know, how they're trying to hurt you and all that, because that's the frequency and vibration you're going to stay in. Stay in the frequency and vibration of being empowered, and you will be empowered. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Period. There's no ifs or buts about it. You know, perception is everything. They start to look at the word manipulate as a bad thing, because you can manipulate these energies to your advantage. Change them in your favor, but without imposing on anybody's free will. You know what I'm saying? And really, that's how you're gonna start to make a change. It's really, you know, I give good advice, but what better way to do it if I can open up multiple channels to do it? You know what I mean? If I can open up multiple channels to do it, there's nothing better than that. You know, get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. How often do you spend time with yourself? You know what I mean? Spend time with yourself. Meditate. Talk to yourself. I feel like I'm talking to myself now. You know what I mean? Yet my intention is to get this out into the public, but I literally feel like I'm still talking to myself. You know what I mean? And this is good. But I'm also, you know what this does too? It encourages me to learn more and look for more. Because when I do a video and I give this message out, now I feel so good about it that I just want to do more. I want to do more. And then this way, this empowers me, it empowers others. And it doesn't stay in that stagnant, energetic state. You know what I mean? Fight the battle the right way. You know what I mean? I'll link YouTubers that I know hold a high value and share it with everybody else. See, there's a lot of YouTubers who are only like, oh, I'm not going to share. This person's going to be more popular than me. Come on, man. You see, that's where it's all wrong, man. It's all wrong. There's no lack anywhere. If you've started to really see how there's abundance everywhere, you'll never have that kind of mentality. Which is why I'm very grateful that Zen Admin linked me with a certain channel, Patil. That last video was so informative and so empowering. It's insane. We should use this to build a community. And that's literally what he did. He linked me to that channel, and we start to, comment, and we talk through the comments. We can make videos together. And this is how you build a community. You're a creator. You create a community. You don't destroy, you know what I mean? And if you do destroy anything, you better be good enough to be able to create it again. Half of you destroy shit and you can't create it again. You know what I mean? Whatever you destroy, you better be able to replicate it or do it again. All right? Because if you didn't originally create it, why should you destroy it? You know what I mean? This is information that I hope you consider. You know what I mean? And there's no need to fight a war or a battle that we know is going on. And you know what? Everybody knows is going on with guns, knives, and firepower or anything like that. No. The empowerment comes with knowledge and realizing that you're in control. See, you stay in control. This platform is beautiful. Let's utilize it in a smart way. You know what I mean? I'm going to be linking, and talking about different YouTubers that, I love, what they say. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. So if you're a truth seeker, keep all this in mind. You know what I mean? If you're starting a journey, and if you're already advanced in the game, this information will still serve you. Okay? Because you see, the only reason I'm talking about this is because this is what I went through and this is what I'm still going through. So people go on YouTube sometimes, they just start throwing out things that they don't even know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? What's the best thing to do if you're on camera? Talk about what you know. You know what I mean? Just talk about what you know. That's all I have. Zigzag, you're it. Why do I say that? Because I want you now to do your thing. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments below. It would help if you like, share, and subscribe. Okay? And, you're it. Get it going now. You're it. You're all that. Be beautiful people. Be you to the fullest. That's what I'm going to start saying every time I make a video. Beautiful people. Because be you to the fullest, people. Not good morning. What the fuck are you mourning? Good afternoon. Good day. Do you know what a day is? Look on Google. It comes from day men. You know what I mean? Start questioning your reality as far as your now moment. Why do we look at a 12-month calendar? A 12-clock system? You know what I mean? I'll make a video on that. Start to think about things. Beautiful people. Be you to the fullest.